with another video. I saw this pop on my For You page. I did watch it, but I just wanted to give my reaction to it. I did post a comment. And I think it does kind of tie into what is actually going on here. And we're also going to read other people's comments and see what they say and also give my thoughts on it. So, this is a video by Crispy Cool One, and it's about Ford. Let's get into it.
This is crazy. The CEO of Ford just tried to warn America about Chinese cars, and he sounds legit scared for one main reason. We all know Chinese car companies like BYD, Xiaomi, and more make unbelievable cars at an unbelievable price.
Yeah, because when you actually think about it, the Chinese car, like the Chinese currency, is weaker than the dollar. And then if they bring these cars over to America, they're gonna kill it. And also, if they put it like at a lower, they're gonna put cars at a lower price. And I seen actually a tweet or a comment somewhere where like even people in high positions of power have Chinese cars and they don't want to give it back. They literally don't want to give it back because it's such a good car. Value, generally, just a good car, like in general.
They aren't available here in America right now, but apparently that's about to change. Ford CEO Jim Farley held a company town hall meeting last week where he warned his employees about these Chinese automakers likely arriving on our shores within the next 5 to 10 years. And he sounded stressed. See, right now the
Why is he stressed? He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire.
US government is trying everything they can to keep these cars out of the country.
Because they know as soon as these cars make it on into the country, as soon as they land in the country, everybody's gonna buy these Chinese cars. Everybody's gonna buy these Chinese cars because most of these cars today are way over MSRP. They are way over MSRP because this is overpriced cars that you literally cannot fix. You can't fix them. Literally, you need to go buy an entirely new car at that point.
With laws and tariffs, but it's getting harder and harder. What's wild is Farley says Ford is actually preparing for these cars and the impact it'll have on our economy even 10 years in advance. Because Ford has their $30,000 electric pickup truck coming out very soon, and I'm sure they're worried some $15,000 Chinese car is going to come out and eat all their lunch.
It's gonna wreck the market. It's gonna wreck the market.
I mean, Jim Farley himself was driving around a Xiaomi EV just 2 years ago and publicly said he didn't want to give it up. Companies like BYD and Geely are growing rapidly all over the world, including North America. So Ford believes it will be hard to keep them out of the US much longer. Now, this is just Ford right now, but I'm sure every automaker in the US has this on their mind. Let me know what you guys think. This is
And I did leave a comment, as I said. The Ford billionaire is worried that he won't be able to make more money off the backs of hardworking people. He's worried about. That's the only thing he's worried about. Because you know the kind of cars that he's making are cars that are literally gonna give up or break in like the next 2 years. Literally, making cars with planned obsolescence in mind. Yeah, they don't want you to even be able to fix your own car. They want you to buy a brand new overpriced car. I posted like 5 days ago. This video's been on my mind for 5 days now. And now the next person says, US car companies that'll wake up 100K plus for a pickup truck is nuts. Valid. Same guy who doesn't want us working on our own car, screw him. Yeah, you can't even fix your car anymore. You can't even DIY fix your own car anymore. That's just how bad it is right now. Literally, this is how bad it is. And the CEO of Ford doesn't drive a Ford on a personal car. If they don't even drive a Ford as their own personal car, what does that say about the Ford car? Ask yourself, what does that say about a Ford car? You know? What does that say? And even if you are able, like, even if you have the money to fix your car with a mechanic, right? Let me show you what could possibly happen to your car. So now in this video, this woman took her Kia had a problem, so she took it to a mechanic, not even a mechanic, a dealership, right, to get it fixed. All to find out, like, because he had a flat tire, right? And now, all to find out that they were actually taking out spark plugs from a car, putting it into another car, and then they were gonna sell that other person. No, no, no. They were, and then they were gonna tell that other person, yeah, we put in new spark plugs in your car, right? But like, you can't do that. You're telling this person that, yeah, these new spark plugs, we put them in, they're brand new, but you took them out from another person's car, a car that was working, wasn't even there for spark plugs, right? For a spark plug issue, it was there for a flat tire. And now you guys have had it for what, over a week now? But let's get into it.
That woman gets a flat tire in her Kia, so she takes it to a Kia dealership. Turns out it's a chop shop.
Yeah.
They have her vehicle for a flat tire. She had like a blowout while she was driving. Everything was working fine until she had the blowout. Her vehicle under warranty, they're like, we're going to take it to the dealership, take it to the dealership. She doesn't hear from them for a week. And she's like, okay, well, if they're going to have my car for a while, I need to get all the stuff out of it. She shows up there and they're like, we haven't touched your vehicle yet. Like, we're busy. She's like, okay, if you're going to have it for a while, I need to get my stuff out of it today. So this service manager brings her to her vehicle, like to the back of the vehicle. She immediately notices the the hood of her car is up.
Yeah, it's Rabs. It's Rabs. It's Rabs.
On the opposite side of where the damage was, she had a blowout. Stuff from the blowout hit the back of her car and like messed up the bumper. So a blowout and like a little bit of body work was what she was there for.
Yeah.
Nothing going on with the front of her car. Why is the hood up? They've lifted her motor. Not only have they lifted the motor, pieces of her motor are now like sitting on the front, that rim where your like engine is, that rim. They have taken pieces of her motor off of her motor after telling her they haven't touched her vehicle yet.
I'm suing. I'm getting I'm calling the cops and I'm getting a lawyer. I'm suing. I am suing. I'm suing. You're gonna give me a new car. You're gonna give me a brand new car. I'm not taking this car. First of all, you lied to me. I only came for a blowout. But you opened up my car. You're opening up my car, dude.
You said nobody touched it. Nobody touched it. Nobody touched it like what?
So she's like, I want to talk to a manager. He's like, I am the service manager of this Kia. She's like, what the f***? Or don't worry because they're going to make it right. The $175 diagnostic fee, she's not going to have to pay that.
Huh?
Excuse me? My motor is out of my vehicle and there's pieces.
Exactly. My motor is out of my vehicle. Tell me about a diagnostic fee. Tell me that I'm not going to have to pay a diagnostic fee. Nah. No. No.
Pieces missing now. We just use those pieces to put in another vehicle.
Now, calm down.
She has video proof of them messing with her motor and taking parts out of her perfectly good motor that her vehicle was not there for, and them admitting that they're using it on another vehicle.
Go. The only thing we did was borrow 2 injectors. Borrow! Call my car for points. We just borrowed.
It's being the service manager she's talking to about this, and he's like, it's okay, you know what, we're going to replace these parts for free. As if they're doing her a service.
We replaced them for free. What's that?
You're telling me they took pieces of her motor out, charged someone else to use her pieces in their motor,
Brand new.
and then we're going to replace those pieces in her car and charge her until she caught the whole thing happening. I know what it sounded like in the video. Shirley makes a video warning people, if you brought your Kia Telluride,
It's not looking good. It is not looking good.
to this Kia dealership and you had new injectors done, baby, those weren't new injectors, those were my injectors. You were paying for injectors I had already paid for when I bought my Kia. So what is she going to be getting back at this point? That woman.
I'm suing. I'm literally suing, dude. Because at this point, you're literally taking my car for parts. And you say you're gonna put in new ones. Why didn't you put in new ones with the other person off rip? You know? So this is literally what's happening now, you know, with these new cars and everything, you know. They make a car that is planned for obsolescence, right? It's gonna break over time. You can't even fix it yourself at that point. I mean, now, even if you do take it to the dealership, they're gonna take out parts. And I'm not saying every dealership does this, obviously, you know, but this could happen. This literally could happen to you to anyone, to be fair, you know. But, so look at the comments. Your lawyer prays for days like this. They pray for these days, man. They praying. Damn, this is the open and shut case, dude. Open and shut case. Even these name cases, crooks work there. Exactly. Good thing that she caught him on camera too, since he's the manager, apparently. Yeah, it's wild that this was a dealership, not a random mechanic shop. A dealership doing this. A dealership. It's crazy. That's what I said. That we called the police so fast, dude. This is an hour job, but they're going to take an entire week. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know? But let me know what you thought about this video today, guys. You know? Leave a like, comment down below, and tell me what you thought about the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Set me free, let me be. I need some peace of mind. You're all I need, you're all I need. You healed every part that's inside of me.